Chinese President Xi Jinping's dream project, the Belt and Road Initiative, has suffered yet another blow. The Philippines has decided to exit it. And it is the second country to do that this year, by the way. Before the Philippines, it was Italy, the only G7 member of China's biggest international project. Why are countries pulling out? A decade into the project, can they now see through China's debt trap diplomacy? Is this the beginning of the end of BRI? It is a huge embarrassment for President Xi Jinping. You see, BRI is his brainchild. It was supposed to be the highway to Chinese supremacy, but that highway seems to be filled with roadblocks. The Philippines Department of Transportation has announced the full termination of several major infrastructure projects partnered with China, and this includes railway connecting Calamba to Bicol province. It was worth $2.5 billion. Another one is a 100-kilometer commuter rail line in the southern Philippines. It was worth $1.45 billion. The third and more symbolic was a freight railway connecting the Subic Bay Freeport Zone and Clark Freeport Zone. These are two of the nerve centers of the U.S. military power in the Asia Pacific. And this one was slated to cost close to $900 million. But it will no longer receive China's money because the Philippines plans to pull out. The Philippine Transportation Secretary claimed that China has lost interest and that the country cannot sit around and wait for funding forever. The interesting part is the Philippines snub comes after a skirmish in the South China Sea. Last month, there were two collisions between Chinese and Philippine vessels in the disputed sea. China's Coast Guard collided with a Philippine resupply boat, and in a separate incident, a Philippine Coast Guard vessel was bumped by a Chinese military vessel. The Philippines, however, saying that it has nothing to do. This has nothing to do with its exit from the BRI. Reports say the Philippines was not satisfied with the progress of the partnered projects. It is seeking investment from Japan and the West. When Italy hinted it was going to pull out, it cited similar concerns. And back in July, Italy's defense minister called the BRI wicked. That is the word that he used. He said the decision to join the project was an improvised act that led to a double negative result. And this is bringing a great deal of embarrassment to China, to say the least. The ambitious infrastructure project just completed 10 years. Only last month, there was a lot of chest thumping. Beijing invited leaders and delegates from over 140 nations to celebrate BRI's decade-long journey. All this for what? The BRI has been failing to deliver what it actually promised. And this has been happening for some time now. Some poor nations stand knee-deep in debt. In others, the projects have failed to yield the expected returns. The unkept promises have added up, and the results are in front of you. Countries now want to opt out. They want nothing to do with the BRI. And this comes at a time when President Xi Jinping's leadership is under question. When Xi Jinping's unprecedented third term began, he stacked the top leadership with loyalists. Xi's hand-picked elite was supposed to pave the path for his grand vision for China. But months on, there is turbulence in China's top ranks. And we still don't know where the ousted Defense Minister Li Shangfu and Foreign Minister are. The downfall of Xi's own loyalists is reflecting badly on him. That aside, there are major economic troubles there in the country. It is plagued by a real estate crisis, high unemployment, and dwindling confidence among the investors. And on the world stage, China's competition with the West is only increasing. It seems like Xi Jinping's policies are not working out, neither at home nor outside. And there are questions around his judgment, a dampening international confidence in his governance. Two nations have dumped China's most visionary project, and it is bound to leave President Xi Jinping red-faced. WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the updates on the move.